Hey guys, it's Jonathan from Motorsports. Right next to me we have a 1963 Dodge 330 powered by a 426 Max Wedge with dual carburetors. Before we go into detail on this car and go for an amazing test drive, I want you guys to subscribe below and give us a like. That helps us bring you more content. Back to this car at hand. I call her Red Ruby because everything is red. Extremely clean, beautiful hood scoop up front. I'm essentially going to start off with the front fascia and open up the hood, and you guys are going to be blown away by the 3-year comprehensive restoration that was done in this car. This was an original Texas body that had a small block in it, and then the builder decided to put a 426 Max Wedge motor. So that's a 730-1 block. It has India aluminum heads. You can see that it has all the manifolds have been coated. And it is cold right now, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to start it up shortly so you can hear this thing. It actually has cutouts underneath it, and it sounds like a dragster. It's about 450 to 500 horsepower. You've got an array of amazing components, from your MSD ignition to your dual carburetors and your dual, your Max Wedge manifold. You can see that every single bolt has been replaced on this car. You've got an aluminum radiator. So this specific motor is built 30 over. It's a 426 Max Wedge, 730-1 block, which I talked about before. It has 432 JE flat top pistons, shot peen Mopar rods. So this is a real 426 Max Wedge crank with a 10 to 25 compression ratio, making 475 to 500 horsepower. Those manifolds, just look at them, they're ceramic coated. The whole entire exhaust is ceramic coated, so that keeps that heat inside and allows it to escape out of the rear or out of the sides. I'm going to go ahead and close this, and we're going to walk down the driver's side. Hood closes evenly. Look at all the body lines. They're exactly where they should be. Look at how nice the front end is. It looks like it's smiling at you with those quad lights. That's the signature for the 330. The bumpers themselves are extremely nice. That's show quality chrome, and all of the lights work as they should. As we walk down the side, you're going to see all that bright work. That bright work has no dents or dings. You've got a beautiful Dodge insignia right here. And then the wheels, they've got speed holes in the hubcaps, which are pretty neat. Wheels and tires have 95% tread. The gentleman that put this thing together was extremely meticulous. So what we'll do is we're going to go for a test drive, and then I'm going to throw it on the lift for you. But all the body lines are even on both sides, which is very important. And this, as I said, was a solid no-rust car from Texas. So you don't hear any Bondo. Let me open up that door for you. So we're going to take a look at these doors. Look at how nice the metal is right here. Nice and solid, no rust. You can see that they didn't fill it with Bondo. All your lock mechanisms are working as they should. And then, you ready for the interior? Explosion of red and black. This is a one-off custom build. You've got Dakota digital gauges in there, so when you start this thing up, everything is digital. And then they removed the radio tray and added several gauges there that show your outside air temperature. It's just unreal. You've got a switch here for your fans, you've got your Hurst 4-speed shifter, and plenty of cup holders for your patrons. The rear looks great as well, and we'll talk about that more when we get inside. Listen to the door when it closes. Nice. Glass is very nice as well. There's no pitting or scratches. Roof line, extremely clean, and all the bright work up here looks great as well. I don't see any cracks or distortion. I think the paint would be like an 8.5 out of 10. All the bright work around the glass in the rear looks great, and that rear glass looks excellent. Looks like they replaced that as well. What I'll do is I'll open the trunk now so you can see how nice the lines are in there as well. Rear chrome looks good. You've got a custom Max Wedge badge right here, and all of your taillight bezels have been restored. In order to open this, you flip this up, you put the key in and twist it. Look at how nice that is. I'm shaking this, you don't hear any rattling because there's no rust in there. Look at all the quarters, they look extremely nice. Nice and solid floor pans, and all the rubbers are brand new as well. As we go down the passenger side, same as the driver's side, extremely straight. Body lines are even. Oh, you gotta look underneath this thing. If you can you see over here? Give you a little sneak peek of what we're gonna see after we go for the test drive. See how nice that looks? Got your speed holes with your Max Wedge insignia on the wheels, and all of your fenders are in excellent condition. Nice and solid, and you'll see that when we put it in the air as well. 330 insignia right here and all the bright work looks the same as the driver's side. I'm gonna go ahead and open up this door for you. Same thing right here, no rust. And look at the custom seats. They're actually pretty comfortable and they recline all the way back, so if you want to take a nap, you could do that. All the lights work inside. Just a nice solid car. And this is a one-of-a-kind Dodge 330. And then when you go for a test drive, you're gonna wanna buy it. I'm gonna go ahead and start it up and I'll get to the rear so you can hear how nice it is. What I'm gonna do is I'm not even gonna get inside the car, I'm just gonna turn the key. This has an electronic 5th brake on the drive shaft. So right by the pumpkin, there's actually an electronic brake, so when you push down, it locks it in place with a synchro. Or with, I think it's not a synchro, I think it's just like a very smooth transition that you don't feel. All right, ready? How awesome is that? You got your exhaust cutouts. I didn't have to get in there to start it. It sounds like a jet. Let's go for a ride. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put it in the accessory port position right now so you can see the gauges. It's all Dakota digitals. You got your fuel gauge, your voltage, your water temperature, oil pressure, speed, and your RPMs. You also have a clock here and your air temperature outside. That's actually how hot it is. It's only 10 o'clock here, 92 degrees. The whole entire capsule or interior of this car is extremely clean. You have your exhaust cutout button right here and then an auxiliary fan button right here. So when you click this on, you can hear the fans go on. Horn works as it should. Let me turn the car on. Ready? One pump. Oh yeah. So you can see everything come up here. You got your voltage, your windshield wipers work as they should, and then all of your lights work too. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna disengage our emergency brake, which is the one that's on the pumpkin, and you can see that it smoothly goes on. What's neat, I mean, it's so simple to put on. Look, I had no pressure really, and it's held in place. You release it, good to go. I'm gonna put it in first gear, and we're gonna take this girl out for a ride. All right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go through the gears normally. Once it gets a temperature, we'll test her out. Second gear, extremely smooth. You can see the Dakota digitals working. Oh, she's loud. Fourth gear. 1600 RPMs at 32 miles an hour. Let me get it a little faster. It has taller gears, 40 miles per hour at 2100 RPM, so this thing is built to accelerate. This is being more of a car show cruiser. What I'll do is I'm going to test the brakes now. Very even braking from all 4 disc brakes. That's second gear. I'm going to put it into first. We've got a good water temperature here. And are you ready? Oh my God! This thing rips. No smoke except for the tire smoke. I had to let off. I mean, if this thing is out of hand, it's extremely fast. I can't believe that. You should have seen Yassine. He's like, I'm going, and I look over, and he flies back. You need to adjust that better, bud. So what we'll do is we'll take a right here. I'm gonna start off in second. I think first gear, we went left and then right as it pulled. This thing rips. Suspension feels good. All the coilovers feel good. This has got to be easily an 11-second car as it sits with these tires. If you put sticky tires on it, you're gonna have no issues at all. Once it gets to temperature, it idles extremely nice. It's everywhere. That was second gear. It starts going sideways. It's a handful. If you have any questions about this car, give us a call, 954-363-2261. This thing rips. This is like the original Dodge Demon. It hooks, it goes everywhere. I don't recommend anybody that doesn't know how to drive a fast car to buy this thing. This is definitely a handful. Give us a call, 954-363-2261. Have a great day. Okay, we're underneath the 63 330. It's powered by a 426 max wedge, as we talked about before. You can see this sumped oil pan right here. And then you have a cross member that's customized to hold this motor in place. You have tubular control arms, top and bottom, with QA1 adjustable coilovers, four-wheel disc brakes on all four corners, and then the sway bars, all the rubber is good. This is a 3-year restoration, as we talked about before. You can see that they color matched most everything underneath here. You have a rack and pinion setup. All the brake lines are stainless as well. You got a Power Master, like a super starter, which is like a heavy duty starter. And then when you look at the exhaust, it's flowing through those high flow manifolds, 2.5 to 3 inch, all ceramic coated with exhaust cutouts. Those are electric cutouts that you can control outside of the cabin. We're gonna run those open for the video just because it sounds so amazing. Look at all the body lines underneath here too. This is all metal, this is not Bondo. You can see that they replaced all the hardware throughout, and it's not just painted over just to look nice. You have chassis stiffener bars right here, and then when we go to the rear, you're gonna see that you have rear disc brakes as well, along with an emergency brake that runs to your differential. You can see it feed through here properly, and it goes straight to it. The drive shaft has been painted to match the transmission. I mean, it's just really nice. All the hardware that they use for the fuel lines looks great. Let's get to the back over here. So the pumpkin itself was painted at some point. It has air assist shocks, so you can fill up the shocks right here. So there's a little valve right here. And then the exhaust tips come out in the rear, and they're like ovalized to a square tip. But look at all the hardware back here, all brand new, just a solid car.